And we should be recording.
All right.
Hi, guys. My name is Ryan Samuelson. I am the Associate University Librarian for Public Services here at Moffett Library. For those of you who missed our presentation yesterday, a live presentation, today we are doing a online presentation for you guys that will hopefully be up on YouTube soon.
Yes, and I'm Ashley Hurst. I'm the Director of Tutoring and Academic Support Programs, located right here in the beautiful Moffett Library on the first floor. I'll be joining Mr. Samuelson today to share with you a little bit about what we do as well, how we work together with the library and coordinate services and resources for you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to cover all the various things that both of our departments can do for you, both on an individual basis and together. We try to work together like this workshop to get some things done as well. I'm going to start off. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the library resources on the library side of things. And I'm going to start off by basically, I think, sharing my screen real quick. So let me do that. And here is the Moffett Library homepage. One of the things I suggest for you guys, for those of you who aren't used to this, you can get to it off of the academics page, and you can go down and click where it says Moffett Library, click on Discover Moffett Library, and that takes you to our home page. And off of this page, we do have a real quick how to get started at Moffett Library. For those of you who aren't familiar with our site, this is where I'm going to get started on talking about our various services on how to get started. Um, to start off with, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the physical things you can do here in the library. For example, you can rent out the atrium in the building. The live presentation we gave yesterday was in the atrium of this building, and if you want to, you can rent that area out. To do so, just click where it says library at msu.edu. That goes straight to the the library administrator who will go through and basically check the schedule and actually let you know if the time that you want will be available, and we'll actually put it on our calendar and make it available for you to use. But in the meantime, there's also lots of things you can do if you are a student here. One of the things you can do is you can click where it says reserve a study room right here. If you do so, it gives you some information about how some of the rules and regulations about checking out study rooms. But it also gives you, in this case, a schedule. So you can see what rooms are checked out. You can see that this particular room right here is checked out. Room 218 is going to be checked out at 2:30 today. But it'll show you exactly all the various different rooms that are checked out. It'll give you an idea of the capacity of the room, the number of people that particular room can have. And it'll let you actually come in here and schedule to check out one of the study spaces. You can also come in here and instead of checking out one of the study spaces, you can check out the podcast studio. The podcast studio is a room that is in the foyer of the building, and it has a podcast equipment for you to use. If you want to more information on our Mustang studio, there is a link on here where it'll give you some helpful videos that will tell you how to use the equipment, and it'll give you some information on how to use the studio. And you can always contact Joseph McNeely, who helps run the studio, who can also give you some hands-on training. You can reserve some time with him to show you how to use the equipment. But it is great for classes that want to, if you want to record something audio-visual type information, it is a studio set up directly for that, especially the audio part of it. But to let you know, basically we do have a space that does have some equipment that will let you set up some information, to set up some time and set up a place where you can record some audio for various classes, assignments, or just for your own benefit. But again, just to give you an idea of some of the physical things here in the building. But since this is an actual online presentation, I'll get back to some of the online resources we have. Again, one of the things that is the main tool we have is something called the Search Moffett Library. You can click on that, and that will take you into our search box. You can also, again, go off of the main page, and you can see the same search boxes available there as well. You can put in any type of search you want to, such as library training. And it'll show you all the different features that we have, all the different ways we can find information and resources on this particular source for you. For example, it'll give you some information about what journals are available, training and developmental journal. It'll give you some information on specific books that we have available. It'll even give you specific articles. So I can come over here on the side and say I'm just looking for articles. I can say I'm looking for books. I can say I'm looking for videos, journals, even music recordings and musical scores. So there's lots of different ways I can search for information. A lot of times professors say that they want you to look for an article. So if I click on that, I can bring up just the articles. And a lot of times also professors say they're looking for something called a peer-reviewed article. So I can actually come and click where it says peer-reviewed. I can also come and say I'm looking for stuff that's in the last 5 years. I can also say I'm looking for stuff that's only in the full text. And now I've limited the articles from 40,000 I had originally down to about 5,000. That's still a lot. And again, if I want to refine that some more, I can just add more terms in and it will reduce the number of articles I'm pulling up. But that's one way you can find articles that you have for it. But again, besides the articles, again, I can also look for stuff as far as like books. So I can come in here and look at what books are available here in the library. And one of the things you might see is you might see that some of the books it says view ebook. That's because two-thirds of the books we have available here in the library are online books. They're books available to you strictly online. You don't actually have to come to the building to actually look at these books. You can click on this little link, which is going to send you into the portal, sign in through the portal, and it should take you directly to that particular book. And we can see here is the actual book. And if I click on read online, it'll actually take me into that particular book. Again, full book online. Again, two-thirds of our collection is online. And that's for a lot of the distance education students, a lot of the graduate students who may not have the time to come here to campus. You guys do have ability to go to see what books are available for you as well, because we do have a very large collection of online books as well. If you're not still not finding what you're looking for, one thing you can do is you can click off of full text. You can also click where it says libraries worldwide. And now instead of looking just at the libraries that we have available in our building, it'll also show you all the books that are available worldwide on this subject. And you can see like this first one that's popped up, library training for staff and customers. You can see that it's at other libraries worldwide. It's not available through our library. If I click on this, it will show that there are a lot of libraries I can go to. So I can go to another library to check it out. But I can also, if I let's see, there should be something in here that tells me I can do interlibrary loan. Um, Make sure I get that. It's not coming up for me. So one thing I can do real quick, let me go back and bring up the MSU homepage. I can go to something called interlibrary loan in this case, and I can log in through interlibrary loan. Say that I am an MSU student. It'll take a little bit of time. And now it says, hello, Ryan, because it recognizes who I am. If I go back and refresh this, hopefully, it'll log me in. Well, let me click on sign in here. That's another thing I could have done is clicked where it said sign in, and now it's logged me in. And now I can do something called interlibrary loan. If I click on that, It'll actually pull up this particular, I will pull up the form for interlibrary loan, and it will allow me to come in here and actually check out this material from interlibrary loan. Now it's giving me more options than it normally give you people. That's because I'm one of the heads of interlibrary loan. So it's actually giving you more options than you would get. If you were to do this, it would fill out a form for you. Just hit submit, and it will actually submit that particular form to the interlibrary loan department, and you'll be able to check out the material through interlibrary loan. Even though we don't actually have a copy here in the building, it'll go out and find a copy for you out there from other libraries, and you'll be able to pick it up here in our building. Or if you're just looking for a certain chapter, you can always put that into the form. Just say you're looking for a particular chapter, and usually they'll just scan that particular chapter, then send it to your email. And again, your email will be whatever your campus email is. It'll send it directly to that. It'll also give you an update whenever the book or article comes in. And again, that will go to your campus email. But again, those are just some of the things you can do for online research. Another thing you can do here in the building is you can also talk to us individually. One of the things the I am the personal librarian for online classes. So if you need to get in touch with me, you can click on directory and you can click on me and you can send me an email directly. And I'd be more than glad to answer any questions you may have or have any or help you with any research you might have. The other instruction librarian is Joseph McNeely. If you click on him, you can also send him an email. He specializes in first year students and undergraduate students is his specialty. And so he's the personal librarian for all of the undergraduates who go to college here. But you can contact either one of us and we'll be more than glad to help you out. If you're in a little bit more of a hurry and it's something you need to do quite quickly, we do have a chat line as well that you can bring up. Just fill in your name and email and your question, and you can click a chat. And if someone's online at that moment, we can answer your questions in real time. Now, I'm not currently on chat. I'm supposed to be, but unfortunately, I'm doing this presentation right now. Otherwise, I'd be here actually answering your questions. But again, this is something you can do as well if you need something right away. However, some people just want to peruse questions or peruse information at their own leisure. If that's the case, one of the things you can do is you can click right here where it says helpful library videos or research resources. And this will take you to an FAQ, which will answer some questions about things. You can also come over here and click where it says research tools, and you'll see something that says research guides. This will take you into our list of all sorts of research guides that we have. And again, if you go back to their main page, and again, if you go back to getting started, or if you come and down here where it says research guides, it'll also break things up by, you can look at the guides by your discipline. You can look at the ones specifically the library has, our reference ones, our various tools and resources, or all the guides all at once. And each of these will break things down. For example, if you're doing a paper for something like the education department, you can come in here, click on education again, and it'll give you some information about when we're open. It'll give you some information about how to contact us if you need help. It'll give you some information about various journals and databases that are subject-based for education. It'll give you an idea of what journals we subscribe to that are education-based, how to access these things online. They'll give you some web pages for professional associations in the education department, web resources, and National Public Radio education based sites. Give you some idea of where things are in our building that deal with education. And finally, give you some sample ideas of some of the books we may have that might help you out as far as education goes. But again, for those of you who prefer doing things online and not really talking to one of us, although, we're here to talk to you guys if you want to call us or send us an email or whatnot. But again, some people like doing things on their own time, or maybe you're doing research at 4 in the morning when no one's actually here in our building. If that's the case, again, we do have a number of online resources that are available. And just to give you an idea of what the stuff we do, again, we're here to help you do research. So if you're looking to do research, if you have an assignment that's calling for you to find information online, a lot of times professors say we're looking for peer-reviewed articles, or we're looking for books on a subject, or just a basic background on a subject. We're here to help you guys use the various, and again, you guys are paying for these resources. These are a vast amount of resources that's coming out of your tuition. It's not like doing a Google search online. These are actual dedicated sites, dedicated databases, and dedicated resources that you guys are paying for to help you do research for your classes. Again, if you have any questions, you can always contact me directly. But I think at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Ashley and have her carry on and talk about what's going on the other side of the library.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as well here. Take you through a little bit about how to find us on the MSU webpage, from the MSU webpage. I think the easiest way to search for us is by our acronym, which is TASP. So capital TASP up in your search bar. We should be the very first link that populates here, tutoring and academic support programs. If you just click that there, you'll be able to see some information about the services that we provide to students that I'll be referring to today. I'm actually going to kind of be working from a PowerPoint visual aid for the remainder of the workshop. But one of the areas that I'll be talking about is, of course, our drop-in tutoring services. These are completely included in your tuition and fees. So there's no additional cost for you to attend tutoring however many times. So if you're a local student, but you're taking some online classes, or maybe you're a student who has to work and it's really difficult for you to get to campus during the day, you can come check out tutoring either on campus or, of course, distance education, which I'll get to in just a second. When you click in here, you'll be able to see this maroon button here will always have the most updated tutoring schedule for you. If you click into that, it'll take you to a web page that shows, okay, if I need writing support in any course, I can come any day, Monday through Thursday, anytime between the hours of 11 and 7 and get support for my writing. Of course, our writing tutors are cross-trained, and so these are all faculty referred students who are ready to serve you during those hours. You can come in for a biology lab report. You can come in for a psychology class that you're writing for. It does not have to be an essay for English, and they can help give you feedback on formatting or give you some strategies to work towards maybe better mechanics, or if you're worried about your introduction being engaging, they can just be a fresh pair of eyes for you in any of your subject areas that you're writing, right? So we're a liberal arts campus, so we're all writing across the curriculum here, so we're happy to help in any one of those courses. And of course, you can scroll down and see some of the other availabilities that we have here in person on campus. So if you're ever able to come up during the day, or like I mentioned, maybe you're a working student and you need to come get some writing support in the evenings, if you can commute in at night, we do offer support from 7:30 to 9:30 if that's more conducive to your needs and your learning styles to have somebody in person. These are all PM hours, so we offer a variety of different subject areas at night as well up here in the library. And then additional programs and support, our College of Business offers in-person tutoring as well, biology, etc. All of our medical courses also are going to be located here. These are actually going to all kick you out to the portal. So you'll have to log in whenever you click into those. It will ask for your MSU information. So you can log in up here, but some of them aren't behind the interface. So you can actually see them just as they are. So you can see when those tutors will be here, what their names are, the subject areas they cover, and of course, the day and time that they're here on the first floor of Moffett Library. If we go back to our main tutoring page here and come over into distance education tutoring, we do offer distance ed tutoring. It's through a wonderful platform called Thinking Storm. We've actually received great feedback from students over the last several years. We partnered with them right around COVID times, right? So, and we've heard great things. All of their tutors all have advanced degrees. They are ready and willing to visit with you at all hours of the evening. So as Ryan mentioned, you know, if you're up at 4 a.m. doing a research paper and need some feedback, many times you can just hop right on and get live writing support. This is actually going to be available to you in D2L. So if you are coded as a distance student, as a distance learner, which means you live more than 50 miles from campus, you should already have access to this in D2L. You just go into your D2L homepage, click the little squares that have your courses, and it should be a course in your drop-down menu. If you don't see it, please contact me. I'll flash my contact info up repetitively through the rest of this presentation. So please reach out to me if you don't see that. Or if you are a local student who's taking some online classes, you're not able to get here at all during the school day, even at 9:30 p.m., maybe you live 30 miles away or something and aren't included in this group, you can also ask me for a waiver and I'll get you in that class online. No problem, no questions asked. So plenty of support for you guys for writing support. They offer math, business, all sorts of things. You can click here for more details about booking a session with a tutor. Again, it will show you sort of the drop down options, what that's going to look like as well. And they have a great support team also. If you're having any issues, you can let them know there. So I'm going to flip over into my presentation really quick. Can you see that okay? All right, awesome. So as I mentioned, we're located on the first floor of Moffett Library. One of the main resources that we provide to students is going to be that drop-in tutoring. No appointment needed. You just come during any of those times that are on the tutoring schedule, and plan to work about 45 minutes to an hour with a tutor with whatever you bring. It is helpful if you are visiting in person to bring materials with you, your textbook, notes, things of that nature, just to really help them figure out how they can help you best. We also offer supplemental instruction, first-year seminars, and academic coaching, which I'll talk more about in just a moment. Here is our team. Is that the graphic that you see there, Ryan? All right, perfect. I have the presenter mode on, so sometimes I get confused about what you guys see. So I'm the director, so I'm going to help with a lot of those. If you ever go on suspension or probation, if you get a student alert, I know right around midterm progress reporting, you might be getting some of those notifications to your email saying you could reach out to me if you need any academic support or help in any of your classes. You can reach out to me via email. You can make an appointment with me and navigate. I'm happy to meet with you on Zoom, whatever's most appropriate and effective and efficient for you. I'm happy to meet you there. Dr. Bunch, you might see her around campus or in some online presentations as well. Scott Feldman and Amanda Nimitz are our undecided advisors also. So just to put a face behind the name. Next up, we have, our content tutoring. So this is just some of those subject areas that we offer to you in person. And I mentioned, seeing the schedule for some of those details. I also mentioned those group hours in the evening. This is some more information about those. We're right on the first floor as well for those hours. And again, they work great for our commuter students or students for whom maybe coming during the day is not really an option for you. All of the online tutoring that we offer is going to be, again, located in your D2L course drop-down menu. Writing, math, science, business opportunities are endless there. For our distance education students, as well as if you are a traveling athlete and you're on the road a lot, supporting the campus in those ways, your head coach can also get you added to this resource. That way you can be studying on the buses or when you guys are out representing MSU. Supplemental instruction, I won't spend too much time on. This is more for our local students who are taking in-person classes, but these are going to be students who coordinate weekly study sessions every week for subject areas that are historically difficult and high drop and fail withdrawal rates on our campus. So again, check our website for information on SI if you are a local student. We offer a course called Skills for Success for students who have been here. Maybe it's the spring semester, you went on probation or suspension, you're returning maybe from suspension. This is the course that you may be required to take, but it is very intensive academic assistance. We're going to focus on reading strategies, comprehension, note-taking, and study skills primarily. But this is also a course you can take if you are an online student and you're just needing some extra resources, you're coming back to school and you need that accountability and that one-on-one support. I actually teach this course online, and so you can get with me about getting access into that course if you feel like this could benefit you in a future semester. I also mentioned the advising and support. They do online advising as well. So if you ever decide you need to go undecided, you're not really sure the path you want to take anymore, this isn't working for you, something like that, they are a wonderful resource. Mr. Feldman works with 18 and under hours, and Ms. Nimitz works with 19 and over. I also mentioned academic success coaching. And again, I can provide that resource to you online. This is for students who are maybe struggling with time management, need a little extra bolster and support when it comes to topics like motivation or understanding your learning style. Maybe you're studying and not retaining any information. Maybe it's just really a struggle for you to keep a planner. I can help you with any of those, all of those topics. We can meet weekly. I have students I meet with twice a month. It really just depends on the student and their needs. But this is a program that I'm really excited about, and I'm happy to help support you. And so, again, you can reach out to me and make an appointment to navigate, or you can reach out to me just by email. This is also our Instagram page, shameless plug of our Instagram. It's MSU Texas _ TASP. You can follow us. I'm posting study tips. You can meet our tutors when we do workshop opportunities like this. This is where a lot of that information lives. And so feel free to follow us on Instagram. And this is our contact info. We are not quite finished yet. We want to tell you a little bit more about how we also work together here in the library, which TASP absolutely loves being located essentially where you guys are studying, right? You have to walk right by us, usually when you're walking into the library to come study. But I wanted to flash our contact info up here in case you wanted to grab it, screenshot it, take a picture of it. So that way, if you have any questions for us after watching this, you're welcome to reach out. Our phone numbers, email. I don't have a preference. I don't think Ryan does either. You can even find him on a chat. Gosh, you can access us in any way that's ready for you. But next up, we wanted to share a little bit about an opportunity how we've had students utilize both of our services in the past. And I'll let Ryan talk a little bit more about it, but it's with annotated bibliographies. So if you're working on one, listen up.
A lot of times people will come into the library and they'll ask, well, since we're involved with the research, they'll come in and say, can you help me with my bibliography? The truth of the matter is we can, because most of the databases will have access to various different citation formats and citation style guides for different things. But the truth of the matter is these change constantly, and for the most part, the library staff can't keep up to date with what's really accurate at the time. So usually what I tell people is, well, let me show you what the database says, but don't go by what the database says. Go over across the way there to the TASP Center where they've got upper level classmen or graduate students who are publishing, who actually know the current standards as far as citations go for your bibliography, and they can look over your bibliography and make suggestions or make changes to it. So again, we can get you started on it, but really to finish it up, we usually direct people over to the TASP department to actually finish up working on a bibliography for one of your papers.
Yes, we do try to keep all of the most updated format guides over here. So APA, MLA, Chicago. I know several are using those online or on our campus, certainly online as well. But
Oh,
yeah, we've had a
oh,
number of students, yeah, playing back and forth between us, getting help trying to find peer-reviewed articles, or I'm having trouble with keyword searches, and our instructional librarians can certainly help with that. But just a lot of the back and forth, and we're right here in one central space for you to provide ample support during the whole research process.
one of the things that even experts in their field are bad at sometimes is understanding the jargon. One of the things that people have problems with is figuring out what keywords to use for a search. And often the librarians we're more used to doing searches, so we have better search strategies. We know, okay, this is a more general type of thing, so we need to focus on this. Well, this is something that's very specific, so we need to actually look up, for instance, what the American Medical Association calls that disease and use that terminology. So that's something as well where the kids over at the tutor, I say the tutors over at the task center might be very good, but they may not have a good understanding of what the best terminology is or what the best keywords are. And that's another way that we can do things is TASP is always coming over to say, hey, this person's having problems finding articles, or the articles they're finding aren't quite up to par. What do you suggest they do? And usually we can give some real simple ideas. Oh, might change the database, or might just try using a different terminology.
Yep.
I was going to say you mentioned also the style guides. I forgot to mention one of the databases you guys subscribe to. You guys are the ones paying money for it. Is the MLA style guide. It is available online as one of the library databases. We also have copies of the most recent APA style manual at the circulation desk that you guys can check out as well.
Yep.
Is there
So
anything we wanted to cover, Ashley, or is we think we've covered just about it?
I feel like we can do this in our sleep by about now, right?
Yeah.
These years of collaborating together, and I think that again, I can share out our information there. If you missed it earlier, wanted to rewind and go back and check it out. But otherwise, yeah, just reach out to
I
us if
think
you.
I'll finish up with by saying that just to realize, guys, this is what we do for a living. A lot of times I come up and people will say, I hate to ask you this. I'm like, really? Because it's my job to answer your
Mhm.
questions. You guys are paying for our services. Please take advantage of that. Please actually come to us and ask questions so we can do our jobs.
Yep.
I know you guys are sometimes you're a little anxious or you feel like, oh, I'm bothering these people when they have better things to do. No, we don't. We don't have better things to do. This is our job to help you guys out any way we can. So just keep that in mind. And again, if you don't want to talk to us in person, you can send us an email. If you want to call us on the phone, we're available through phones. We're available any way you want to get a hold of us to help you out in anything that you need.
Ditto. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.